Assalamualaikum and good morning everybody. Assalamualaikum Pramira.
Salam. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, how are you everyone? So sorry. I'm actually in Sydney at the moment. So but I promised the team I will give the opening remark. So I hope you don't mind if it's the setting is in the car and then the background. I'm not sure whether the background is conducive for learning. But anyway, alhamdulillah. So thank you so much, Prof. Azida, for being with us. And Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahillazi hadana li hadza wa ma kunna linahtadiya laula an hadana Allah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammad abduhu wa rasuluh. Alhamdulillah. Again, I would like to thank the speakers, my dear friends, my Sifu, in which I learned a lot from her during the many meetings and then many journey in Meta. Sorry. My goodness, this is what happened when you are traveling and giving thoughts in the same time. But anyway, my apologies again. So my welcoming remark is more to giving the setting the ground, hopefully, for everyone that USM has been with micro-credentials for many years, and in many meetings, I'm so glad to see the many learners that USM has, the many courses that USM has, which I think it is about time that we should learn from how USM manage the micro-credentials as well as engaging the learners. And we have exactly the right speaker for the session today. Prof. Azida have been involved in many undertakings with MQA universities in promoting the micro-credentials as well as making sure that it is effective. So I think I would really encourage everyone to really benefit from the session today. You have a very renowned speaker in Malaysia, so I'm very sure you would get a lot of things to take out from the session. And I would also like to thank the team, Sister Fira, Sister Aida, and Dr. Aizat have been arranging the session. And in fact, the two girls, Sister Aida and Sister Fira, have been arranging the sessions many months. So I'm really, with the help of Dr. Samsul, our previous deputy directors for micro-credentials, I would like to thank all of you. May Allah rewards you with much greater rewards. And I would also like to thank Dr. Raini, which is covering me at the moment while I'm traveling in Sydney and meeting a few Center for Professional Development, in which I've learned so much, in which hopefully I can bring the knowledge and energy back to Malaysia, and we can improve the center to support the academics in IIUM. So, Prof. Azida, thank you again. The session is yours, and have fun engaging our academics in IIUM as well. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice training. Assalamualaikum.
Okay. Can I start now, Prof. Mira?
Please.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good morning, everybody. Alhamdulillah. Today, I'm here with all of you to share a little bit of my experience in micro-credentials. Okay. And for your information, yes, in like what Pramira had mentioned just now, okay, USM, we had embarked on micro-credentials in 2018 before the COVID-19. And then currently we have more than 500 micro-credential modules, as well as we also successfully commercialize our micro-credentials. And we also have currently, because we had start do the promotion for our micro-credentials since 2021, and currently our micro-credential has reached more than RM 60,000 income generation for USM. Okay, more than 60,000. It is like okay, all right, okay, not that good, but it is okay that we know that our micro-credential is going to the learners. Yeah, we would like our micro-credential to be recognized by the learners themselves, okay? Because if they know that they will get something from our micro-credential, then they will go and enroll to our micro-credentials. And one more thing that I would like to highlight, so that you know what we are doing in USM. We already we had our this last Monday, we had our promotion briefing session by our TNCA and our deans of IPS, Institute Postgraduate Studies. And then it is good, okay, we have established in USM that the lecturers can use micro-credentials, MOOCs, and SIM as one of the components that they can claim equally, okay, setara, equally to publication, meaning that we have Q1 publication, which is equal to tier 1 of micro-credentials. Okay, so there are certain criteria that need to be fulfilled by the lecturers to get that, but we are happy to see that we have 3 micro-credential already achieve the status of tier 1, which is equal to Q1, and we have many in tier 2, which is Q2, and then we have many as well in tier 3, which is equivalent to Q3. So, you know, this is a very big success to USM, and our lecturers are happy because they know the benefit of why they are developing the micro-credential, as well as they benefit USM, as well as they benefit, they get the benefit for themselves. Okay, so let me just share my screen. Okay, so the title given to me this morning is Getting Learners Engaged, all right? Getting the learners engaged. So what is the learner's journey to micro-credentials? So I'm hoping that today I'm going to be able to just highlight to everybody about how we, okay, our experience in USM in developing the micro-credential. Yes, it is not an easy journey. Okay, everybody has, you know, the role in making sure the success of our micro-credential. However, I think everybody can do it as long as we know our goals at the end of the micro-credential development. Okay, so for today, sorry. Okay, so for today, for the around 2 hours, okay, webinar, I would like to explore the concept of micro-credential and their significance in our modern education. Also, we are going to explore how to enhance learners' engagement in micro-credential. So it is not easy, okay, to engage learners. However, if we know what are their purpose on embarking in our micro-credential modules, then we can develop the micro-credentials according to the learner's need. Then we will be able to engage them in our modules. Okay. Okay, so let me just start with some overview of micro-credential, because, you know, during our meetings in MIPTA, Majlis Penyelarasi Pembelajaran IPTA, we found that, okay, some of the, even the MIPTA members, they are confused about what is micro-credential. And I think some of the lecturers, okay, some of us might have been confused with the term micro-credentials. What is micro-credential? Okay, so basically it is a short and focused competency-based credentials. Okay, it is a credential, okay, to validate a specific skill or knowledge in a particular subject. All right. So meaning that, some of us might be wondering, what is the difference between MOOC and micro-credential? Now we have MOOC one, now we have micro-credential. So what is the difference between the two? Okay, let me just stop this slide, because I'm going to just, open my slide and then go to the website or document that I have, so that you are clear what we are doing in terms of and what is our understanding about micro-credential in USM. So if you have any, you would like to go to our website, cdae.usm.my. Okay, let me just go here. Okay, this is cdae.usm.my. Let me just copy in the chat box so that it is easier for you to browse through. Okay. Okay, it is in the chat box, the link. Okay, so you can see this is my center, Center for Development of Academic Excellence in USM. All right, and then you can go to micro-credential at USM. Okay, we have a comprehensive materials and resources here under micro-credential at USM. So we have MQA and so on. All right, so this is how you plan. So this is very comprehensive. You can just click at the slide, video, and so on if you would like to start with the micro-credential. Okay, so and this is our website, and then I would like to go to where is it? Okay, so I would like to compare, because some of you might be asking what is the difference between MOOC and micro-credential. So I have here, okay, in front of you, this is a course, but this is an ODL course, and it can be a MOOC. All right, this is how we look at MOOC. All right, but this is our ODL course. So it is not accessible, but this is how MOOC should be offered, which is we have all the topics in the course. All right, we have all the topics in the course, and then we offer to everybody for free. Okay, so it is a complete course. MOOC is a complete course, while micro-credential is modules created, developed from this particular MOOC. All right, for example, topic 1 is one micro-credential. Okay, we offer as one module. Topic 2 will be one module. Topic 3 will be one module, and so on until topic 9. So from this course, there will be 9 micro-credentials. Okay, it is a micro modules from a MOOC. Okay, this is what USM understand and what we do in USM. So from the whole course, we divide the course into smaller bite-sized modules. Okay, so later on, I'm going to show you how we do this. All right, so if let's say topic 1 will be one topic. This is the one micro-credential. So let me just, but for this course, there is, okay, the lecturers, because this is in our e-learn, so the lecturer already make a micro-credential. This is from, okay, because she said that topic 1 is not enough for her to cover because it is too small to be covered as a micro-credential. So she combined topic 1 and topic 2 as a micro-credential module. Okay, so she combined both as one. So this is the micro-credential module that this is Dr. Anis from our School of Distance Education. So she has this micro-credential module titled Basic of Chemistry. It comes from topic 1 and topic 2 of her course. Okay, so for your information, if you have any question while I'm sharing this with you, please just unmute, or you can ask in the chat box here. We are going to do it informally so that you will understand how we go about doing this in USM. All right, so from topic 1 and topic 2, she has this basic chemistry, and then if you click join now, all right, so let me just log in. All right, so I log in. So how we generate income from this particular micro-credential. You can see here, the cost is 30 ringgit, okay, around 30 ringgit. So as I am enrolled to this course, I don't have to pay anymore, okay. But if you would like to see, you have to pay, you have to go, if you would like to go through this course, you have to pay 30 ringgit, okay, at the front page just now, and then you will be able to see what in here, okay. So this is the introduction, okay, just introduction. Later on, I'm going to go through this course so that you will be able to see what's in the course, all right. So I'll just go back. I was comparing between MOOC and micro-credential so that you will be able to differentiate between MOOC and micro-credential. So from that particular micro-credential just now, okay, after the student finish the micro-credential for basic chemistry, for example, they will get a digital badge, all right? And for our in USM, they will get a digital badge. We have subscribed to digital badges from Accredible, whereby when they finish, they will get the digital badge, okay? And then micro-credential offer a way for individuals to showcase their expertise in the specific domain, okay, without having to complete a full degree program. So if, let's say, their basic chemistry module just now, it can be also used by students, okay, students. It is a basic chemistry. So let's see, Form 4 or Form 5 students would like to use the basic chemistry module in our micro-credential. They just, you know, buy the micro-credential for 30 ringgit, and then they will be able to learn what inside the course. And actually my son, okay, he is in Form 5, he also subscribed to that particular module, because later on you can see how interactive the course is, and you know, it will actually gain participants from various maybe teachers, maybe students, maybe because however this particular course is actually a basic chemistry course. Like just now I showed the whole course for our ODL students in USN. Okay, and then typically micro-credentials is earned through online courses, workshops, or training program. Okay, so usually we look at micro-credential as online courses. Okay, however, it can also be offered in training programs, face-to-face, you know, short modules for face-to-face and so on. You can also offer that, all right, using micro-credential. Okay, so the significance of MC in modern education, we can see that, you know, there are increasing demands. So from continuous learning and upskilling in today's fast-paced job market. Okay, so for example, yeah, in our micro-credential, we have modules. Okay, let me just open. All right, we have modules from our nursing everything for life. This is our website, yeah, for our micro-credential. We subscribe to Open Learning for purposely for micro-credential, but we use Moodle for our e-learning for the current course offered in USM. But for micro-credential, we have this learning for life.usm.my. We are using Open Learning. So we have here, for example, we have pharmacies, okay, modules from the School of Pharmacy, and then we have modules from School of Health Science in Kubang Kerian. Pharmacy is in the main campus in Penang, and we have School of Health Science in Kubang Kerian, yeah, Kelantan. All right, so let us go to Health and Medicine. We have CPD for nurses. Okay, this one, you know, it is 7 modules for 350 Malaysian ringgit. Okay, so it looks like it is expensive, but actually this one I think until August, right? It is a modules of micro-credential, combination of modules whereby where is it? Okay, so you can see that health and medicine. Okay, so prinsip teknik steroid in Dewan Bedah, modul penjagaan kendiri, kaki diabetes, jom cuci luka, and so on. So these are from the nurses. The nurses educators develop these particular modules so that it can be used by nurses in Malaysia to get CPD points. All right. So when they enroll this course, they will be able to get CPD points from the Ministry of Health, Malaysia. All right, so this is a collaboration for USM collaboration with the Ministry of Health. Okay, so when you have this MOE with other the ministry, or like School of Pharmacy, we have this collaboration with the Association of Pharmaceutical, maybe I don't know what is the name, but they have this collaboration, and this School of Health Science as well as School of Pharmacy, they have the collaboration, and they are the two schools that have lots of income generation, okay, for micro-credential. So these are the modules in health science, okay. So meaning that it is being used, the micro-credential modules are being used by the Ministry of Health as well as the associations, for CPD points. So these are the way to increase and upskill the nurses, the pharmacies, and others, even teachers in their whatever skills that they need in this modern world. All right, and then because micro-credential offer flexible, personalized learning pathway, meaning that, all the learners, they can choose whatever modules that they would like to learn. Okay, so if let's say I would like to learn about computer, for example, about coding and so on, there are modules that I can learn, and I can get digital badges, as well as if I complete certain levels of the digital badges. For example, in a certain category, they require 10 digital badges, and then they will be given certificates. Then I can do that. Okay, based on my personalized learning pathway, personalized learning that I would like to. Okay, and then it provides opportunities for professionals to stay current and relevant in their field. Okay, so that is why we are looking at micro-credentials, okay, in our institution, and we are also looking at, stackable degree. If you have heard of stackable degree, for example, okay, like what you see just now, basic chemistry, okay, actually we are looking at stackable degree, whereby the learners can take a module and then they can stack, and then if they get 10 badges, they will be able to get certificate, and combination of certificate, they might get a maybe diploma, or a combination of diplomas, they might be able to get a degree. So you can design, the university can design whatever they would like to do, so that there are personalized learning pathways to the students. So that's why the MOHI, Ministry of Higher Education, design this POISE, okay, POISE in Excel, whereby students will be able to design their pathways using micro-credential, as well as combining the micro-credential, online micro-credential, to maybe face-to-face training or face-to-face courses, okay. All right, so how micro-credential differ from traditional credentials? Okay, so in micro-credential, we are looking at specific skills, and traditional degrees, we are looking at comprehensive curriculum. So meaning that you can focus on specific skills while you are developing your micro-credential modules. You don't necessarily need to follow the courses, all right? But if let's say you have something in mind, you are going to develop a program, then you just focus on your courses, but you design the micro-credential according to the courses. But the students will be able to choose whatever micro-credential that they would like to take. Why? Because back to the basic chemistry course just now, all right? So the basic chemistry course is offered to our undergraduate student in USM, okay? And some of the students, they already learn about the basic chemistry, okay? And then they might still remember from their SPM, their STPM, whatever. So they might not want to buy the introduction to chemistry. Okay, they might want to go straight to module number 6 or module number 7, all right, of the topic. So they can just skip all the basic modules and they can just buy the advanced courses, okay, modules, all right? So, but while we are looking at specific skills in micro-credential, the traditional degrees, you know, our students, they have to go through year 1, year 2, year 3, and year 4, and then they get their degree. But here, in micro-credential, they can work, okay, while they are taking the micro-credential courses, modules, and so on, all right? And then for micro-credentials, it is a shorter duration and compared to multi-years program in traditional degrees, as well as we are looking at industry-specific focus versus broader knowledge, okay? So meaning that, you know, you can go to industry, for example, and then ask them what are the specific skills that are needed currently in the industry, and then you can develop the micro-credential based on the need of industry. Compared to our traditional program, okay, conventional program, we are not able to do that unless we do curriculum review. Okay, so it will take like 5 years to review our curriculum and so on, and our content might be obsolete in terms of the view for the industry. So micro-credentials is the way to go forward to catch up with the industry's need, okay? All right, so benefit of micro-credential, okay? So it is flexible, and we can personalize the micro-credential, okay? And learners have we empower learners. We empower learners to choose relevant micro-credential aligned with their career goals and needs. And they don't have to enroll in our programs in the institution until they feel ready. That is the importance of having micro-credential credit transfer. So in USM, we also have, but it is awaiting Senate approval, whereby we have already started with micro-credential credit transfer, whereby the students can transfer their credit based on micro-credentials. And the micro-credential, for example, if we go, if we go back to this course just now, if we go to this course, all right, so you can see that it has 9 topics, okay, 9 topics. In our micro-credential credit transfer, they can take topic 1 in UIA, for example. They can take topic 2 in USM. They can take topic 3 in UTM, and so on. They can choose whether maybe they would like to do this in 3 universities, 2 in USM, 2 in UIA, 3 in UTM, okay? So, and then they can combine all the credits, okay, to become a course. As long as it is 80% similar, equally, the content is 80% equal, then they can combine all the micro-credentials to be a course, and they can transfer credit. And USM will do some assessment at the end, maybe exam, so that they will see whether the students are competent to get the credits for this course. All right, by combining micro-credentials from different universities. Okay, so this is what we do, so that, you know, we give flexibility to the students, so they can take all the modules from different universities, and then they can bring it to, for example, USM or UIA, and then they say, okay, I would like to transfer these credits, and this is equally similar content to, for example, this is JIK 101, so they can do that. So it is very flexible, and we are giving the students the opportunity to choose the content, okay, and where they would like to do the micro-credential. So it is really flexible, right? Compared to our current degree program, we cannot do that, all right? And then we also looking at relevant and targeted learning. I think I have covered that also, meaning that, you know, they can choose whatever they would like to learn, and then they whatever the skills they would like to achieve, okay, and then they can you know, just look at what the needs of their industry. Okay, and then it is quick skills acquisition, whereby our learners, if let's say they would like to learn something immediately to make sure that they are relevant to the industry, they can choose whatever micro-credential then that they would like to learn. Okay, remember, some of the industry player, they might not want to get degree or diploma. They just would like to gain the new skills, and it is important for them to get the skills, and they can use the digital badges that they have, okay, so that they can prove to the industry that they are competent, because, you know, we are bringing our university name with the digital badges or the certificates, so it will be recognized by the industry. Okay, and then stay agile and adapt to the industry need promptly. So meaning that we don't have to wait until 5 years using the traditional program to adapt the industry need. Okay, so we can just immediately change whatever we like to change in our course content, and do whatever we need to do in micro-credentials, and our learners will be able to gain competency and knowledge from our micro-credential. So when you do your micro-credential, please make sure that it will be outcome-based, meaning that we are looking at the specific competency that we would like to achieve, we would like our students to achieve at the end of the micro-credential. We also need to be responsive to industry needs, okay, and then we tailored the micro-credential to support lifelong learning, as well as it is transparent and accessible. So some questions that I had before this, okay, I can learn something in YouTube. Okay, I can learn something in YouTube, but so how it is differ from micro-credential? Why should I buy a micro-credentials module? If I would like to enhance my skill, why not? I learn from YouTube. Okay, it is free. Okay, remember that YouTube does not give certification or digital badges, and you cannot say, okay, I have learned this from YouTube. So the learners might say to the company, okay, I have learned this from YouTube. So the company will not be recognized, their skill might not recognize their skill, because there's no endorsement on their learning. All right, as well as they might not know whether the YouTube videos are according to the regulation and so on. Okay, because it is free, it is, you know, nobody look at the content, whether it is okay or tailor to the certain ethical and so on, ethical need and so on. So, but compared to our micro-credentials, okay, although you have to pay it, but okay, it is endorsed by the university, and then there are the university will be responsible on the content and so on. Okay, so that is the difference between when if people argue why we can learn this in YouTube and why do we have to develop the micro-credential modules. Okay. All right, so micro-credential is awarded on the acquisition of specific knowledge or demonstrated competency, okay, of an identified skill, and it is validated by recognized professional bodies or educational institution. All right, and the form of recognition is digital badge. Our digital badge, which is accredible, we subscribe to accredible. It is it will be it will save all the particulars of the students, what modules, okay, and then it will link to whatever modules that they have, and then it will help the students to identify future badges or future modules that they can learn. All right, so we have to pay that, all right, currently from Accredible, and it costs us like RM3.90, around that, all right, RM3 plus for a batch, okay, for a batch. Okay, so let us dive in the learner's journey in micro-credential, okay. Whatever I share today will be the from the experience, okay, in USM, okay, me as a course developer, as a MC developer, as well as I also guide the lecturers on how to develop their micro-credential. We give trainings to the lecturers, and then the process of, getting there. All right, it is not an easy journey, but let's say if you have started and you have tried and it become easier and easier, like the module that I shared just now from JIK 101. Okay, so the lecturers go through all the trainings that we had, and now we can proudly say that, this is one of the best module that you can see, okay, with interactive content and so on. All right, so before we develop our micro-credential modules, okay, you need to identify the learner's motivation, why they would like to enroll in our micro-credential. Okay, you don't just develop, based on, for example, your VC, okay, your rectors said that, or deputy rectors academic said that, okay, you need to develop micro-credential. Okay, you need to know the learner's motivation. You need to know what course or what modules are you going to develop, what are the demands, okay, from the industry, from the community, all right, and what are the costs for the industry. If let's say you are going to offer the micro-credential to industry, you might want, you can, make your modules a bit expensive, like what I shared just now for the pharmacies and School of Health Science. Okay, for the nursing, it's 7 modules equal to, they must take the package. Okay, so the package is 7 modules for RM350. Okay, but if your course is, very comprehensive and interesting, you will be able to get the learners, okay, although it is quite expensive, 350 Malaysian ringgit for 7 modules, okay, but they can also buy the module separately if they want. For example, Jom Cuci Luka, okay, the title is Jom Cuci Luka, about, how they cuci luka for the diabetic. So it is open to everybody, meaning that people with diabetic, they will be able to, access the module if they pay for it. And also the the guardian, the caregiver that taking care of diabetic people can also access the module. So, when you develop a micro-credential module, you need to identify why learners would like to use your module. Okay, and then maybe they have career advancement in their mind, or maybe skill enhancement like the jom cuci luka. They would like to know how to clean wounds for their parents and so on. So, and then maybe they are transitioning to new career paths. Okay, and for, let's say, they are a cleaner. Okay, they are cleaners whereby they would like to do business, or they would like to develop a company that deal with cleaning as well, so they would like to learn how to do that. So you might want to think of that, how to help the learners, okay, based on their reasons why they choose to pursue micro-credentials. So you need to think first. You don't just, okay, I'm teaching this course in UIA, in IIUM, so then I would like to do this type of this course, as I would like to choose this course for micro-credential. Okay, so when you have developed your micro-credential, but suddenly nobody would like to buy your micro-credential, and you will be frustrated, and it demotivates you to develop more on micro-credential. Okay, compared to our lecturers, you have been selling their micro-credential. I can see their motivation increase, because every month we are paying them, because my center, CDE, we are looking at the income generation as well, meaning that whatever income generations goes to open learning, they will go through us. Okay, and they will give us the statement and so on. Then we know how much per module we'll gain, all right, at the end of the month. So we can see that, people who have this income generation coming, they are more motivated to continue developing new micro-credential modules. But it starts with identifying your learners. Who are your learners, and what are the potential learners? Who are the potential learners that you are looking at? All right, and you might want to conduct survey or interviews to gather insights into learners' motivation and expectation. For example, okay, if let's say you are looking at Shariah courses, for example, so what types of what are the learners needs actually? Okay, you can look at pejabat agama Islam, you can look at majlis, whatever. Okay, maybe just boarding school, sekolah agama, and so on, that you can conduct survey. What are their needs, what they would like to learn? All right, and maybe after the students finish their Form 5 or Form 6 from sekolah agama, then they would like to continue micro-credentials, okay, while they are waiting for university or pre-university intake. So they might want to learn some things to prepare them for further studies. So you might look at that one, then they won't waste their time, and they can even do the micro-credential while they are working. All right, so this is how we identify learners' motivation to use our micro-credential. Okay, so while you are developing the micro-credential, you need to also understand diverse learning need. Okay, so I think this is not only for micro-credential, this is also for our class in the universities. Okay, you need to recognize that learners have different learning style and preferences. Okay, let's say you go to the class, let us see whether in our class we are catering the different learning style and preferences of learners. If you go to your class and you just give lectures, you do not change your style of teaching in the lecture hall, in your tutor room, then you are not looking at different learning style and preferences. Okay, maybe and you, for example, you give lectures. Every time you give lectures, and then you ask questions, you do some discussion group and so on. All right, and then your slide is not interesting, for example, so you are not catering different learning style. I sometimes, when I go to class, I just bring one slide. Okay, one slide, okay, with mind maps there. Okay, and then I'm going to discuss that with my student. Okay, some other time I just don't bring anything. Okay, but I let the students do the slide. I give the content. Okay, refer to this, and you are going to do the content. Similar to micro-credential. Okay, you are going to give student different. You are going to give them different experience. Okay, different learning styles, so that you know when they enter your micro-credential, and when they click buy, you know that they are going to get different experience, although they have different learning style. Okay, so meaning that you cater different learning style. Okay, and then tailor micro-credential program to cater to diverse learners. Okay, so such as visual learner, auditory learners, and kinesthetic learner. For visual learner, you need to put visual. Okay, for auditory learners, you might want to put podcast. Okay, just podcast for them to listen. All right, and then kinesthetic learners, you might want to have activity that they can do online by themselves. Remember, the students in micro-credential are self-directed learners. What is the meaning of self-directed learners? We won't be there with them. All right, we won't be there with them during the learning. Okay, so don't expect that, you know, for example, if you put a forum discussion in your micro-credential, okay, you can do that. But how do you make sure that when the student answer or discuss in the online forum, they will be able to get feedback, or they will have answers to what whether what they discuss is in line with the objective of the course? So you need to cater that. So even forum, for forum, online forum, you need to design. You don't just put, okay, discuss this, and that, and then you leave it to the learners to discuss, okay, without specific instruction for that. All right. And then mapping learning pathway for different learner personas. Okay, so create learner persona, meaning that, you know, what will the student see and feel. All right, and what they will be able to achieve at the end. Okay, so it will represent different segments of target audience. So remember, we will have different target audience. Don't look at micro-credential to cater students in IIUM. Okay, in USM, we are not looking for that. All right, if we are catering the the students in our institution, then we do ODL. Okay, we do ODL, we offer the program as ODL, then it is for our learners in the institution. But for us in USM, we focus on the industry, for the community, so that we can help the USM to get incomes from our micro-credential. Okay, and then develop personalized learning pathway based on these personas, taking into account their goals and prior knowledge. I would like to go to the MOHI Excel framework. Okay, if you have heard of MOHI Excel framework, whereby they got points in as one of the component in Excel, whereby in points, students can design their own pathway. All right, so one of the example given is like Siti Nurhaliza, Datuk Siti Nurhaliza. Okay, she is a rich singer, whereby, you know, she might want to learn something. All right, she is a very successful businesswoman as well. All right, so but she has her own preferences, or maybe her own interests that she would like to pursue. Maybe she would like to gain a degree in something, all right, in management, okay, in management, because she has a business. So, you know, you can develop that pathway so that, you know, a person who would like to cater their own needs, their own interest, will be able to go through your micro-credential. Okay, that is one of the example, but you can design anything according to, you know, your plan and the design of your micro-credential. Okay, you also need to provide guidance and support throughout the journey. Okay, this is some of the lectures we say, oh, I thought this is all online. This is like automated, meaning that when they enroll, we don't have to, like, you know, monitor every day and so on. Yes, that is true. In micro-credential, you don't have to monitor your students every day or even every week. You might want to once a while log in and see how the students go, but it should be automatically generated, meaning that, you know, the digital badges will be given to the students when they have gone through step-by-steps of the micro-credential. Okay, and then so if, let's say, how do we provide guidance? You need to offer orientation and onboarding materials. So meaning that all the materials should be there in the micro-credential. Okay, and then you provide resources like study guides, supplementary materials, and access to support forum. Okay, sometimes you just go and have a look at the support forum, or you just, you know, design your forum to be able to cater all the needs of the learners. Okay, let me just stop the boring lecture. So let me just show you, okay, this course. Okay, let me just go to the slide so that okay, all right. Okay, so let me just go through a little bit before I go to the document so that, you know, I can help you in developing your micro-credential. Okay, so we are looking at student engagement. Okay, and then what is the student engagement? So I think as an educator, all right, you know what is student engagement and impact. If your students are not engaged with the content, then you might not be able to engage them. All right, and it is hard in terms of micro-credential because you are not there. Okay, if you are there, you can say, Azida, okay, you need to do this and this and that, but you are not in the micro-credential module and you have less time. Okay, yeah, I think that, you know, most of us as a lecturer, Allah, okay, kena buat micro-credential pula, so it is boring. Okay, we have so many things to do. Like us in USM, we are research university, we have, you know, to cater our KPIs for publication, more high impact journals, and, you know, and then now we have to do the micro-credentials, and then yeah, we do have that from our lecturers, but when we put this equal to publication, then we have a lot of you know, positive response from our lecturers. They need to get something from what they do, and we also, I am also a lecturer, and I understand the situation whereby, you know, when we do something and not being recognized, it is something that, you know, demotivate lecturers. Okay, so we are looking at engaging our students. Okay, so what is the first thing you do? Oh, okay, forget that this one is okay. So what did you do? What do you think you should do when you design your micro-credential? Okay, so what is the first thing you do when designing your micro-credential? So let me ask, anybody in the WebEx, sorry, in the Zoom, okay, have you designed your micro-credential yet? You can put up your hand, or you can just answer in the meeting chat whether you have developed your micro-credential.
Assalamualaikum, Dr. Azida.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah.
You hear me? Yeah, my name is Dr. Izzat. Basically, I'm the Deputy Director for the MCU unit for IIUM. So
Alright.
you're asking me, did I ever create any MC? For now, not yet. But previously, I was working as instructional designer
Okay.
in an e-learning company. Basically, this is the bread and butter lah in the e-learning company. The first thing that I did when I want to design any kind of module, self-instructional module, is basically what is the outcome from the module itself. So that is the main questions. What do you want the learners to understand towards the end? So that will be my answer lah for your questions.
Okay, thank you. Yes, that is definitely what we would like to do. Okay, I can see in the, thank you, Dr. Aizat. I think yes, for instructional designers, usually we have the, I say we because I am an instructional designer as well. So,
yeah, good to know that.
So we are looking at the, we know first we have been trained, okay, to look at learning outcomes and so on. But usually the lecturers, okay, the normal lecturers, we maybe the expert in engineering, in medical and so on, they might not have in mind what we need to do. All right. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Aizat. And then we have Dr. Siti Nohairina. She said yes. And then Dr. Nurul Huda Osman said to plan the module. Okay. She start with planning the module. All right. Okay. And anybody else would like to, if you have you have design your micro-credential, or if you plan to design your MC, what do you think you need to do? Okay, no answer. It's okay. All right. 3 of us already answered. So let me just go to the next slide. Okay. Okay, there's another answer maybe. I think about the I think about opportunity to credit transfer. Okay, you are thinking about the cost and how Dr. Siti Nohairina said that how to make your cost to be able to credit transfer. Yeah. Okay, and then Dr. Nofazrina said find the target learners. Yeah, looking at the target learners. Okay, this is also yeah, I think Dr. Siti Nohairina has the overall overview. Okay, when I choose the course, okay, what course am I going to choose? And then if let's say the opportunity for credit transfer, you might want to actually look at other universities. Okay, like I'm teaching, for example, instructional design. So I'm looking at various universities. For example, as far as I know, we have this in UTM, we have this in UKM, we have this in I think IIUM maybe. All right, so we are going to look at various programs that offer similar courses so that you can give opportunity for learners to take from different institutions. However, you might want to also discuss with the other institution to get, some overview, and maybe they offer different modules, you offer different modules, so you are going to give flexibility. This is looking at the overall program, okay? And then Dr. Arbalah mentioned that, yes, review the course outline that need to be converted to MC. Yes. All right. Okay. So thank you for your response. Okay. So this is what you need to keep in mind. If you have decided, like Dr. Siti Hairina, okay, I have problem with this design. Okay. Like Dr. Siti Khairina mentioned just now, okay, that is the overall thinking, okay, planning before you delve in your course. All right. So after you have decided that, you are looking at your course. All right. And you need to keep in mind the 3 components, the 3 important components to be integrated in your MC, which are, you need to have content, you need to have self-learning activities, and then you need to have self-assessment. Okay, so these are the main thing. The main thing that, for me, it is compulsory to have in our micro-credential. Okay, so for USM, here, okay, so for USM, we have this micro-credential checklist. Okay, but this is the list given to the lecturers, okay, after they have developed, but they have to check their modules after they have developed their micro-credential, but these guidelines for them to tick whether to make sure that they know what is expected in their micro-credential. Okay, so something like this is like each video should be original. Okay, usually in micro-credential, we advise our lecturers to use original videos. Okay, why? Because we are going to set, this is according to USM, yeah, because we are going to sell the module. Okay, we are going to credit transfer, for example, and the learners will have to pay. So you cannot sell other people's content if you don't know the copyright of the content. So better you create yourself, your video, and then these are the main criteria that we want the lecturers to follow. Okay, and then clear voice, this is the quality control, and then have learning activity. Okay, at least 2 learning activities. So in our micro-credential, they need to have at least 2 learning activities that align with learning outcomes and so on. So when because we are using open learning, right? So and it is subscribed. So before the students, before the lecturers can proceed with course development, they have to tell us, email us their interest to develop micro-credential modules, and then we are going to have them do this. Okay, do this. Sorry, I have so many things in my computer. All right, they have to do this course mapping. All right, so this can be used for SIM. SIM is self-instructional material for ODF program as well as micro-credential. Okay, so they need to fill in this template, the course title, course code, unit, the name of instructor, course synopsis, and the course learning outcome. So these all rows, okay, from course title to course learning outcome, you can take it, okay, our lecturers can take it from the table 4. All right, table 4, yeah, table 4 for MQA, they can just replace, copy and paste and put it here. All right, so let me just go back to my slide. Okay, so all right, so yes, like Dr. Isaac mentioned just now, you need, okay, you need to define clear learning outcomes. Okay, I'm not going to put this into slideshow because I'm going back to the document. All right, so first, remember MCs are meant for self-directed learners. Okay, they learn on their own. You will not be there. All right, so when you do something, you need to make sure that it is doable by the individual students when they are alone in front of the computer. Sometimes you forget about that, you know, especially in terms of assessment. Okay, and then sometimes you give content to the students, you know, a very long reading materials and so on. So it might, you know, be the students might not be able to focus to read like, you know, 20 pages. Okay, so it is not micro. So then you need to go and look at your learning outcomes. Okay, so you need to define the specific learning outcomes that micro-credential modules aim to achieve, and then you need to focus on acquiring practical skills and competencies that are relevant to the learner's needs and professional goals. Okay, so these learning outcomes is not this learning outcome. No, it is here. So in our course mapping, okay, when we design this, all right, we are looking at, okay, how we are going to get all the modules with the module's own module learning outcome. Okay, so what we did was, okay, after the lecturers copy and paste all the information from table 4. Okay, so for example, okay, let me just go here. Not here, not here, but here. All right. So if you go to our CDAE website, okay, at the bottom here, all right, under the micro-credentials page, okay, we have this template, course mapping template. All right. So it is downloadable. All right. You can download if you like. Okay. So here, when you click, you will go here. So if you would like to print, you can save it to your computer. All right, so this is one of the samples that we have here in there. All right, so this is my course, ICT in Education. All right, the course code PGT436E. And then the course aims to provide and so on lah. Okay, you put all the credit hour. Okay, so it is 1 hour, 120 SLT. All right, this is from the table 4, so that's why it has 120 SLT and so on. Okay, the basic of the course. All right, one course in USM. Okay, so here you can see that course mapping, we are going to do course mapping whereby we have CLO. CLO is the CLO here. All right, and then we have the topics. The topics come from your table 4. Okay, the topics that you are going to learn. If in table 4, you are looking at topic 1, topic 2 until week, maybe if you have 10 topics, you are going, that are the topics here, all right? So it is here. And then we have module. From the topics, it becomes module. And then from the module, we are looking at module or micro learning outcomes. Okay, so this is what I mean here. All right, specific learning outcomes. Okay, meaning that our lecturers in USM, they need to get the topics from the from the table 4, and then they need to put a name for the modules. Okay, let's go here, and then you can see that I have one topic. This is the topic from my table 4. I put it here, and then from the topic, I think it is very when I see the content, I say, okay, this topic just need one module because it is not too big, and it is simple, just introduction. So I named the module Concept of ICT in Education. All right, so this is module 1 from topics number 1. So from here, I make it into 2 micro or module learning outcomes. Okay, so to explain what is ICT in education, all right, and then to discuss teacher's role as an instructional designer. Okay, so this is the outcomes that I mean here, yeah. Okay, so these are the outcomes. So it is not the CLO, but it is the MLO. So you are the one who are going to decide the micro or module learning outcome. So at the end of this module, student will be able to explain what is ICT in education, and then they will be able to discuss teacher's role as instructional designer. Okay, so to achieve the micro learning outcomes, I'm going to develop one video, 10 minutes, about ICT in education, and I'm going to develop another video which names something about ID, applying ID in designing your lesson. Okay, so the SLT is 2 hours. All right, so meaning that 10 minutes. Follow the part as well as the blended learning guideline. 10 minutes video equal to 1 hour of SLT, then it becomes 2 hours. But let's say you say, this topic is simple. I don't think 10 minutes video equal to 1 hour. It might be lesser than the 1 hour. So you can just adjust the time. Okay, this is just for you to guidelines to guide you with the SLT, but you can change. Okay, this is based on a course in that I teach, all right, and then I'm looking at student-centered activities or assessment. Okay, you might want to choose either one, or you might want to add both. All right, but I don't think the forum is okay while I'm putting this here, but I would like to highlight forum is not okay if you don't design the forum so that the students will be able to interact with you or the other peers, their peers, meaning that, you know, you have to give a specific instruction for the forum. Okay, after you have answered this question, you must give feedback to one of your friends question and so on. Okay, one question that we have here, one answer that you have here, so that there will be interaction. You cannot just put forum without designing the forum. Okay, so and then I look at here, and it might be the SLT might be around 1 hour. Okay, the time taken that student will take to finish this activity. Okay, so I have 3 hours of SLT in this particular module. All right, so let's say I have this is topic 2. Okay, the topic 2 from my table 4. Yes, question? Okay, no question. All right, just interruption. Okay, so this is the second topic in my table 4. Okay, let's say the topic is 21st century education model. All right, this topic is a big topic, so I think that I might have to divide the topic into 2 modules. So I'm going to do like this. I will have another modules, and then I will have 2 other specific learning outcomes, okay, to discuss 21st century skills in teaching and learning, and then to differentiate digital natives and digital immigrants. Okay, so and then these are the content that I'm going to develop for my second module, and then I'm going to have the students to do my mapping activities. All right, okay, so and I'm going to do this. Okay, in USM, yeah, the lecturers must produce this. Okay, they must fill in this form. Okay, they download and then they fill in this form until module X. Okay, maybe the last topic or the conclusion and so on. And then for micro-credential modules that is based on academic course, you might want to count this. All right, the 10 number of modules, which is equal to 8 hours of SLT for 3 units or 3 credit course. All right, and then 10 modules equal to 25 and so on. And then why 80 hours? Because still you might want to consider the assessment. Okay, the assessment usually in 3 credit course, you have 40 hours of SLT for assessment. So it is not counted in the 80 hours. So that you might want to add some tutor mark assignment, if any, or you might want to consider do a case study and so on, whatever formative assessment needed, okay, in that particular course. All right, so these are the form that, you know, USM lecturers need to fill in, okay, if they are interested to develop a micro-credential module. Okay, and then this form will be sent to us in CDAE, whereby our staff will be looking at this, and then she or he will look at and then say, okay, this is doable, and then we are going to give the license, the open learning license, to the lecturers. Okay, so the lecturers will be provided with open learning license, then they can start developing their micro-credential. Okay, so this is the steps in USM. You might want to consider this so that, you know, the lecturers is fully prepared. Okay, and if let's say they are not going to do micro-credential modules based on the course that they are teaching, they might have, you know, a collaboration with industry, and the industry ask them, okay, can you provide us with 5 micro-credential in this topic? Actually, tomorrow we are going to do a workshop, yeah, in for 6 lecturers. Okay, Friday and Saturday. So we are looking at collaboration with industry. We are going to develop AI module based on the industry needs. So 6 micro-credential module to be developed tomorrow and on Saturday. And you know, at the end, we do not expect that, you know, the micro-credential modules will be developed lah on Saturday, but we will have the outline. You know, we are going to know the structure of the micro-credential modules based on AI. Okay, this is the request from industry. Okay, so we have 5 lecturers to do that tomorrow. Okay, so if we would like the micro-credential module to be developed fast, then we are going to do the workshop so that, you know, they can discuss, they can structure, and then tomorrow they can present. You know, at the end of the day, we have the structure, and then when they go home, they go back to their office, they can just develop the content. All right. During the workshop, they will be able to create, for example, self-learning activities, self-assessment. Okay, we can discuss and so on, but the content need to be done outside the workshop, because, you know, the environment is not suitable for content development if you are going to record video. But if they are going to develop interactive videos, interactive slide, then they can do during the bengkel, the workshop. Okay, so these are the form that we use to make sure that, you know, our lecturers will be able to fulfill their what they want to do in micro-credential. Okay, so because, you know, we don't want our lecturers to be lost. Okay, so define clear learning outcomes come from here. Okay, micro learning outcomes. Okay, so this is needed. Okay, so this is the first thing, like what Dr. Aizat mentioned just now. Okay, define clear learning outcomes. All right, and then divide the content into bite-sized modules or units. All right, so each module should focus on specific topic and skills to maintain learner interest and to present cognitive load. All right, that's why in my when I turn my course into my micro-credential modules, I look at bite-sized modules so that, you know, the students will not have cognitive load, you know, it is not too much. Okay, and let me just show you. All right, the course just now, this one. Okay, okay, back to Dr. Anis. This is a very good course, yeah, very good course. Even it is ODL, even it is micro-credential. All right, it is a good course, but for me, one thing I would suggest, you don't put student learning time in your micro-credential modules, but you put learning time. Learning time is the learning, not learning time, the how long that they are going to learn in the micro-credential. The video, okay, combination of video time, combination of learning activity time, self-assessment time, then it will come the learning time for the module. Why? Because, you know, if let's see the students see SLT for this topic is 9 hours, they will be like, wow, 9 jam. Okay, 9 hours to learn this particular module, it is too much. All right. So maybe the content is 2 hours. The content hours will be 2 hours. So when the students see, oh, okay, this motivates them to learn. All right. Don't put the SLT. The SLT is like the behind thing for us, the lecturers, but just put the content. Content is video, how many minutes, self-learning activity, how many minutes, and so on. So the student, when they see that, oh, okay, this is doable. Okay, for nurse, for example, for nurses, when they work shift, night shift, okay, they can do it in their, while waiting and so on, because it is just a few minutes of one video. So this one, I think better not put student learning time, but you put each of the learning time, each of the time for certain content, certain activities. All right, so you can see here for this topic, you can see that there are learning outcomes. Okay, at the end of the course, it should be at the end of the topic. Students should be able to, because this is under topic. So this is at the end of this module, should be able to do what and what and what. Okay, let me just go to the micro-credential. Okay, so this is an example of the micro-credential by Dr. Anis. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so this is the first thing. She has this home page. All right, back to our criteria just now. Okay, landing page. Okay, a promo video is compulsory, fulfill. Okay, so this is up to you. Yeah, later on the center, if whatever checklist that you would like to provide for the lecturers, you can do that. All right, so Dr. Anis, she has this basic to chemistry. Okay, this course we introduce you to atoms, molecules, ions, and so on. All right, then she has this. She has prepared this using JDaily. Please do click. Okay, instruction must be clear. You cannot can't see the audio, can't listen to the audio, yeah? Sorry, it's okay. Just I've forgotten about that. All right, but it's okay. It is just a music. Okay, no voice for that. All right. So this is the video from the introduction video by the Dr. Anis. All right. Then she has the learning outcome, and then that is her landing page for this micro-credential. Okay, you can see here, she has this module, atoms, all right? And then module 2, molecules and ions, and then module 3, whatever, okay. And then these are the modules, because we are following the open learning. So we have this module setup like this, all right? So let me just show you first in module 1. Okay, first part in module 1. So this course start with the history of atoms. Okay, how do the philosophers discover the atomic from the earliest time? What is the whatever lah? Okay, all the question will be answered in the video below. Check it out. All right, so okay, the video has not been configured. I think she take it out, but it's supposed to have video here. All right, and then immediately she has the quiz. All right, so she used Genially here. All right, so the students, they are able to do it immediately after they use this video. Yeah, they watch this video. And then how many theories introduced by John Dalton during the period of, okay, so let me just, okay, then it has repeat. Okay, then it has like, okay, play again. Maybe 5, no. Okay, so start again. All right, until they can answer the question. Okay, so it must be 4. All right. Okay, so this is what we have. So meaning that, you know, after breaking down the content into bite size, each module should focus on specific topic or skills to maintain learner interest and to prevent cognitive load. And then incorporate interactive content. You can see that we have interactive content, interactive elements such as quizzes, polls, discussion, and multimedia, which is videos, animation, and infographics. I know that some of the lecturers are not comfortable to develop their own videos, okay, because, you know, it is hard, okay? It is hard to be a pengacara nona. So you don't have to look at that, you know, as compulsory, okay? Meaning that you might want to use interactive video. Let me just show, okay, in here there is some videos that you can, for example, yeah, these are interactive content that you might want to include in your micro-credential, okay? So before we start, you should know the periodic table. So there is periodic table here. And then, you know, the student, when they click Ti, they know that it is titanium. Okay. Thallium, sorry. Thallium. I'm not good in science, sorry. And then Lu, lanthanum. Okay. And then, so this is very interactive. Okay, they can just, you know, look at the name, and then they will try to recall, and then they will look for, you know, the answers here in the interactive content. Okay, this is done by using Genially. All right, and then she has this. Okay, for example, her introduction. This one is about the introduction, and she mentioned about, let's watch the video to get some ideas on what is happening around you related to chemistry. Okay, let me just share. Because so you might want to listen in your computer. All right, so okay, so
materials that surround
you
you.
cannot listen to the because I don't want to
Chemistry is a big part of
okay,
our
so the link
daily
is
life,
there in
but we fail to
you can
notice
listen to
them
her
at
voice, yeah.
times. Here are some examples explaining the rules of chemistry in the process.
Okay, so you can, if you
What is
open the
chemical
YouTube video,
processes involved
you can
in the
hear that
declaration
there is
of levers.
Dr. Annie's voice, okay, and then no photo of her or no recorded video of her, just music and her voice only in this particular video. Okay, so you don't have to be, you know, ready to, you know, stand up and do recordings as such. No, okay, so you can include interactive content in your video. All right. And then she has this self-learning activity. Okay, so this is self-learning activity whereby after your student has watched the video. Okay, so you see in here you can see that Dr. Anis, she has this YouTube video that she produced by herself, and then she has this main learning materials. Okay, so she put a PDF learning material, okay, about atoms and molecules. So it is just her slide. Okay, she asked the students to read, okay, simple slide, and then there is a self-learning activity that the student can do after they have read and watch this video. So question number 1, Proton. maybe. Okay, I think I'm correct. Okay, correct as well. Oops. Okay, I got number 3 wrong. Okay. Maybe. Okay. Okay, something like that, right? This is very interactive that, you know, the students can do at home and they immediately will get feedbacks, whether they are wrong or right. Okay, correct or incorrect. Okay, so and then they have this self-assessment. She has this self-assessment. So meaning that these are some questions for you to try out, even though it is not compulsory, but I encourage you to answer them. Okay. Okay, so this is additional, but she said she will upload the answer later. But for me, I would like to encourage you, you don't have to do this because you know, please make sure that your micro-credential is for self-learning. So they don't have to wait for, you know, answers to be uploaded by the lecturers. They need to learn by themselves and then they will get answer immediately. Okay, so for example, this one, okay, quiz, they will be able to answer immediately. And then if we go back to this one, we can see that. Okay, so this is the instruction in the previous topic. We have learned about Greek philosophers, blah, blah, blah. And then in this topic, we will learn about key experiments. Okay, so she has this video.
Okay. So
Okay.
today we're gonna talk about.
Okay, so the video is only her voice again. All right, so it is like a podcast, more toward podcast, but she put her slides and then she just described the slide. So it is a 5 minutes and 49 seconds slide. Okay, narrative slide. Okay, so if you like to, I just share in the. Okay. You would like to listen to that, all right? For example, yeah. Okay, so it is in the chat box, the link for this one. So meaning that, you know, the students can only listen. Okay, they can just listen without you, you know, I know that some of you are not comfortable to have your face in the videos, all right? So if you are concerned with, you know, the privacy of YouTube, you can make the video unlisted. Okay, make it unlisted, not public, so that only people who has link can view the videos. All right, so that is okay. So this is for then the video. Then she has this quiz. All right, okay, this is the similar quiz just now that I show you. All right, and then periodic table just now. All right, so she put it, the previous topic focuses on atoms and then in this topic, we will learn about periodic table. So the same one that I showed just now. Okay, all right, and then well done. Okay, to examine your understanding, please fill up the crossword below. Okay, so you need to they need to group 17 in the periodic table known as group, I don't know. Okay, group 17. So they just put, okay, whatever here. And then, so they need to refer to this periodic table and then answer the crossword puzzle. And then they can click submit. All right, so this is self-assessment. So meaning that, you know, when they are doing this, they can refer to the periodic table, and then if they are done, they submit, then they will get answers whether they're correct or not. Okay, so this is what we mean by self-assessment. They assess and then they know. So their progress here will be up until at the end of the this part. And then, so you see 26 not yet completed. So I only completed 2. All right, so I have another 26 components. So the component, although it is 26, it is like simple video, simple quiz, all right, for the students to be able to learn. All right, so do you know how I connect? So this is in module 3, and then she has this video again. All right, so you can see that she only put slides and then her voice. I haven't seen her with her face on in all the videos. All right, okay, so let us go back to my slide. Okay, so I have covered, the break down the content and then incorporate interactive content. You can see that not only you include whatever, if let's say you are using Moodle, if you are I'm use Moodle, something like this, you can also use H5P, for example. Okay, H5P is quite interactive. That you can put your video and then you can put quizzes in the videos and so on. So it is also interactive, or you can use Genially, you can use various Quizlet for self-learning as well as self-assessment. Okay. And then ensure that the content is relevant to real-world scenarios and challenges. Okay, so if you are looking at adult learners whereby you are looking at maybe people who are working from the industry, so you need to incorporate case study, maybe simulation or practical exercise that allow learners to apply knowledge and skills they are acquiring. Okay, but remember, if you give case studies, you need to have sample answers for that. All right, so that if you give case studies, but they don't know what are the relationship between what the case studies are and the outcomes of the course, it won't be effective. Okay, so you need to do simulation. For example, if you can, do simulation for whatever topics that you are doing. Oh, okay. The question from Dr. Azlin, what are the advantages of using open learning platform as compared to the Moodle platform? Okay, there's no advantage. Okay, frankly speaking, no advantage. But okay, the main thing why we USM using the only advantage that we have we can see from adopting open learning is that we the platform is there. Okay, when we go to open learning, okay, it is customized with the payment platform. All right, payment. So we don't have to think about integrating payment gateway in Moodle and so on. Okay, meaning that we just pay and then whatever data and so on will be provided by open learning to us. Okay, but for our e-learning and our ODL platform, we are using Moodle because it is for our students. They don't have to pay and so on, and then we can customize according to our need. But actually, we are thinking on using Moodle as well. We are preparing our Moodle platform for our micro-credentials. Okay, integrating the payment gateways in our Moodle so that we can migrate the open learning to from open learning to Moodle. Okay, so that we don't have to juggle between Moodle and open learning. So that's why I say the advantage is just it is ready for our lecturers. Okay, because we pay and they have this support, whenever we have problem. But now we are looking at we seldom have problems, okay, in open learning because our lecturers are okay, and then we don't have problem with Moodle as well. So if it is better for us to just use Moodle. So I would like to advise, if you have Moodle, just use Moodle, because micro-credential open learning is quite expensive. Okay, we pay around 60,000, I think, per year for open learning. Okay, so You're welcome, Dr. Azlin. All right, so then we will have, you need to provide opportunities for choice for the students. All right, so maybe variety of elective modules and or paths. That's why if let's say you would like to do MOA with other universities, they do this module, you do these modules, or even offering the same modules, and you see, you give different pathway to the students so that they will experience different way of looking at micro-credentials. So do that, all right, because it will gain interest from the student. Okay. All right. So, and then, all right, gamify the learning experience. You can see that just now in the example that I gave, all right, use gamification. Okay, generally is a good platform to use. All right, I think Dr. Anis just used the free or edu version of Genially. You can even use Quizlet, embed this Quizlet in your, if you are using Moodle, then you can embed Quizlet. All right, and then although micro-credential is quite a lonely journey, whereby they are learning by, okay, if they are looking at lonely journey, we are looking at the lonely journey of micro-credential learners, then you might want to have peer-to-peer assessment and so on. But back to the design, you need to design it properly so that they can use by themselves, and then they can collaborate with others that are looking at the micro-credential modules at the same time. Okay, because we don't know when other students, okay, or their peers will be logging in the micro-credentials. So if it is hard, then try the gamify of the learning experience. Okay. And then personalized learning paths. Okay, so you can allow learners to customize their learning path based on their existing knowledge. All right, so try to look at who are your learners. Okay, who are you looking at? All right, and then timely feedback is not, you have to go and give feedback to the students, but the feedback is immediate. Okay, like the quiz that I showed just now, it is immediate feedback. Okay, and then all right, okay, offer flexibility. All right, so make sure that micro-credential modules are accessible across various devices. So if you are using Moodle, I don't think it is a problem. They can use handphones, because sometimes the students, they are not bringing their laptops, they have their handphones, so make sure that they can learn via their handphones. Okay, and then get feedbacks. This is important. Okay, what are their feedbacks? And then you need to continuously improve the modules. All right, and then practical assessment. Okay, so let's say just now, okay, I'm going to end soon, but I just would like to share with you all here. Just now, I said that the hour that you need to consider is 80 hours of SLT if it is a course. Okay, for your assessment, okay, try to move away from traditional assessment. All right, focus on practical assessment, for the rest of the 40 credits, so that, you will, the learners will be able to apply and acquire skills in the real world situation. Okay, so let me just end the session with this one. So whatever you do in your micro-credential modules, you are empowering learners and the educators. All right. Okay. So it doesn't want to stop. Okay. All right. So conclusion is So whatever you do, however you design your micro-credential, so there are challenges, meaning that you need to maintain the learner's motivation, all right? So the solution is incorporate gamification and interactive elements, so your learners won't be worrying, okay? And then you need to ensure that it is industry relevance, okay? You need to engage industry expert for content development, as well as balancing flexibility and rigor, meaning that, you design adaptive learning pathway. Okay, so yeah, I think with that, I stop here. Okay, and then I will share this slide because there are a few slides that I didn't share. I will share this slide with you all. Okay, and then yeah, I go back to the organizer. Is the Prof. Mira here or?
Okay, all right. Thank you, Dr. Azidah. Prof. Mira hand this session to me
Okay,
for the
there are
first part.
questions there in the.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions right now. But before we start with the Q&A session, can we all have a photo session first? Because I'm afraid that towards the end, everyone is leaving the room, then we didn't have any photo session for our today's session. So please, hopefully everyone can turn on the camera and then we can take snaps for our session today. Yeah. Can I have everyone to turn on their camera for those who are joining today? Just a quick one. Cannot open, Allah Akbar. Okay, maybe we will try towards the end. Okay, let's go to the host disable video. Okay, someone from the host, can you guys enable the video for them to turn on the camera so that we can take a screenshot for today's session? Thank you for the slide, Doctor.
You're welcome. Yeah, I think the host need to on the webcam.
Can anyone try to turn on their camera? Is it still disabled?
Okay, I have start. Luckily, I'm the co-host. I have on the webcam for everybody.
Okay, all right. Okay. All right, we shall wait like another 10 to 15 seconds for everyone to turn on the camera, and then we're going to take a good screenshot for today's session. It is good to see a lot of familiar faces today. Okay, I hope everyone is ready. Kira, are you ready to take the screenshot?
Okay, ready.
Right, ready. Okay, everyone, look at the camera. And count
Okay.
of three.
Dr. nak count ke Fira count?
Kira count, sure.
Okay, sure. Okay, 3, 2, 1, smile.
All right, another one.
Okay, another one. 3, 2, wait, okay, 3, 2, 1, smile.
All right, okay. All right, so let us proceed with the Q&A sessions. Okay, this is the most exciting part for today, I guess. Okay, so the first question. from Azlin Nordin to everyone. How does USM ensure quality of the produced micro-credential courses? So that will be the first question, Doctor.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Aizat. All right. So we have that the quality control, meaning that after the lecturers already produce their micro-credential, they will inform us, okay, in our center that they have developed their micro-credential, and then we have appoint, okay, a team of lecturers who have been trained as trainers. They will evaluate the micro-credential. So meaning that, you know, we are going to give access to our committee, and then the committee will look at the micro-credential, and then we are going to give suggestion whether, you know, what enhancement the lecturers need, or if it's okay, then we will just send an email saying that you are, okay, your module has been endorsed you can start offering your course now. Okay, with that also comes tier 3. Tier 3, which is they can upload it in the system, and then they will get this endorsement for tier 3 for their promotion and SKT. Okay, so it comes with two benefits for the lecturers lah. Okay.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you, Doctor. Which I have a follow-up question from that one. I know that Micro-Credential WSM offer digital badges, right?
Yep.
The digital badges have any expired date? Macam Google Educators
Oh.
kan expire? No, so meaning it lasts forever lah. Oh, I see. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, let's move on to the next question from Muhammad Amrullah Nasrul. Okay, salam Doctor. I have few questions. Dia ada 4 questions, Doctor. So I read the first question. What kind of support given by the university to the micro-credential creators in terms of financial, technical, and also training? That is the first questions.
Okay, so we give regular trainings to the lecturers, as well as, okay, we have our studio in our center, just a small studio, okay, whereby, yeah, studio, whereby if, let's say, the lecturers, they think that, you know, no, I'm not able to create my own video, I have this difficulty, you know, my video won't be that quality if I do it myself. So we do have calendars whereby they can book our studio. The booking comes with a person, our technical person, that we record the video for the lecturers. Okay, so they can book and they come to us, and then we have this person, our technical staff, to help them with the video development, as well as we also have, if let's say they are really struggling, they can also make appointment with our staff. Puan Halimato, she is the our micro-credential coordinator. She can give a one-to-one tutorial to the lecturers. Yeah. So that is our you know, support.
Yeah.
Support the lecturers.
Yeah. All right. So the second question will be how to encourage the lecturers. Which is my questions though. How do we encourage the lecturers to become to create this MC module itself? Because what are the strategies used by the USM to promote this?
All right. So first we encourage the you know, we ask everybody, we just we promote micro-credential, okay, promote, but then after we have a few modules coming out, and then we go to our VC lah kan, okay, our VC, and then we have top down requirement from the VC, meaning that all the minor courses in a PTJ in our faculties need to be offered in micro-credentials. But now we are reducing it, meaning that we are looking at programs, okay, so that, you know, we don't focus for very big for example, whole USM need to produce micro-credential. No, okay, not that, but we are focusing on the programs whereby, you know, PTJ will focus on what programs. And now we have this program Pembelajaran Anjal by Mohir, right? We have to do Pembelajaran Anjal, so we are looking at the MPU subjects need to be offered via micro-credential so that we can anjal the programs, many programs with the MPU offered by micro-credential. Students will be able to learn, anytime in the semesters. Okay, and then it is top down, but now it is not top down anymore. It is, because we have that kenaikan pangkat, the promotion for the lecturers, I can see that, many lecturers are interested to do the micro-credential.
All right, okay. So move on to the third questions. Is there any incentive or merits that given by the university for the MC creators itself? I think you have mentioned this one.
Yeah.
About the Q1 something, right?
Yes, that is the kenaikan pangkat equally to publication, kesetaraan.
I see.
So kesetaraan to publication.
All right. And the last question from Muhammad Amrullah is that what is your advice or tips for those who are interested to do the MC but have no knowledge at all and find it is really difficult to start with the module itself?
Okay, Muhammad Amirullah, I think you have started now by attending this micro-credential training. This is the exposure that you need. All right, you need to be exposed, and then you need to look at other people's. I think the most problematic things that the lecturers think, they don't know what is the micro-credential, how to do the micro-credential. I hope that by looking at the example that I showed just now, okay, you have the idea. Okay, start with your course, the course you are teaching. You have been doing online teaching during COVID-19, right? So it is quite similar, just you need to have the content, you need to have the self-learning activities and self-assessment. And don't forget the instruction need to be clear. That is the main important thing.
All right,
Prof,
thank you.
I have one question.
Yes.
Do we need a specific library? Sorry, not library. Do we need to have a specific laboratory or ICT room to conduct the micro-credential, or the lecturer can have freedom to involve or to share the knowledge through recorded video or else? Thank you, Prof.
Okay, all right. So no, you don't have to actually have a studio or whatever. All right, you can use screencast. Like you see Dr. Anis just now, the sample that I gave you, it is just, just sit in front of your computer and try different apps, a different way of creating your video. All right, then it is okay. If you have PowerPoint, if you have PowerPoint, you can even use just PowerPoint.
Yes.
Because PowerPoint, they have these features, recording your audio or video and so on. So you don't have to look at complicated things to start with micro-credential. Start with whatever you have in front of you and you can get started.
Okay, all right. So, Doctor, the next question, this is not a question, but someone asking for your email because he want to connect with you to discuss about micro-credential later on.
Okay,
You can share your email.
Yes, I already got from the doctor. Thank you.
Okay,
Prof.
all right. So
I shared it to everybody.
Okay, so the next question will be, Salam Prof. SIM is one of the requirement from MQA ODL, but not so much info on how to develop it. Can you share a bit to how to develop one? Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, SIM is quite similar. SIM can be micro-credential. Okay, SIM can be micro-credential. However, if you are doing it for ODL, it is offered as a package, as a whole course. Okay, so let me just share my screen so that I can share again. This one, yeah. This is a SIM. Okay, not this one, this one. Okay, this is a SIM. Okay, so just structure your course similar to micro-credential just now. Okay, that I shared. All right, so you put it like this. You have subtopics, you have the video, you have the self-learning activity, self-assessment, and then you have summary and so on. So this is a SIM, similar as micro-credential. So just it is for your own students. Okay, for USM, that's why we have this in our e-learning platform. Okay, this is e-learning for PJJ. So for example, she has this. All right, but you don't compare yourself with Dr. Anis. She is really rajin orangnya. Okay, and then she has this. See, you have she is really into Genially, but she developed most of the videos by herself. But basically, this is it. All right, my SIM is quite similar to Micro-Credential. So if you know Micro-Credential, then you can develop SIM. Easy.
All right.
Prof,
Another question from the
sorry,
same
Dr. Aizat. Sorry, Dr. Aizat. This is
Yeah,
Diana, the one who asked Prof.
Yeah.
But for the MQA requirements, the SIM must be comprehensive or just the structure?
Comprehensive. What do you mean by comprehensive? What do you mean by the?
The one that you are showing just now, like with the structure, with the learning outcome and so on and so forth. But do we also need to provide the materials, the slides, the video?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, don't follow the previous institution whereby, the ODL institution whereby they put PDF. Yeah,
Okay.
PDF files in the, they have this module, unit 1, unit 2, that is not allowed lah, not suggested lah in SIM. Do a very interactive SIM like I showed just now. You have the instruction and so on. Then, yeah, I think that is the one that I show is a good example. If auditor look at it, they will give you pass for the SIM. Okay, don't put it into PDF, okay, like a module, and then you just put it in LMS. That is not accepted.
Okay, right. And since I already talked here, I just follow up on the second question, yeah, Prof. So my second question that I put in the Q&A is, what is the on average, what is the realistic timeline, from perancangan nanti pemasaran, and what is the cost?
What is the cost? Meaning that the
cost, if you need to, let's say for example, applying copyright first, because we need to apply for copyright as well, isn't it, before, and then in terms of the video production, if you want to develop graphic and so on and so forth.
I would say around 6 months. 6 months. If you are producing a quality, if you are producing a micro-credential, it will be like 6 months from the first step until promoting it, gets learners to come in, around 6 months. It depends on the skill, on your skill actually. All right. For me, I can do in 2 weeks. All right. Yeah, but
expert.
Yeah.
Dah otai.
Yelah, dah otai kan. Tapi it depends lah. Meaning that if you think that you can develop your video, because video production, if you do like Dr. Anis just now, dia tak letak dia punya face, then it is just voice, then it will be much more faster. Okay, the development of content is the most hardest, I think, for the lecturers. Other than that, planning and so on, it is much more easier. If let's say you would like to use our course mapping just now, you can download and then you can change all the USM punya logo and so on, make it IIUM. I don't care. Okay, I don't mind. Okay, because I was the one who did that, who designed the template. So you can do it, you can use it, and it is free to be used. So, and you can also change it into the whatever, if you would like to add a column, you would like to add a row, whatever. So this is just what we do in USM, but you can, amend the form if you like. So according to your need, the need of your course.
Costnya, Prof? Agak-agak.
Cost. Actually, for me, it's free. Just the copyright, because the copyright in USM, if you like to copyright your module, for example, it will go to RMC, right? So RMC I don't know in UIA, but in USM they will cover that cost, all right? But it is 200 something, all right? 260 if I'm not mistaken, for copyright of the module. So you can do that. Okay, it is around 300. Other than that, I use free applications. free apps.
Oh, and if the USM staff wants to use your center, the studio, and then the graphic storyboarding help from your center, itu pun
It's
free
free.
lah, Prof?
Yes, it's free. Kami
Okay.
bekerja untuk USM.
Bagus lah macam tu.
Yes, it is free. We
Untuk
don't.
UIA tak ada.
Kita tak
Well,
nak.
we will that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe Dr. Aiza Center will think of that. You know, it is not a big room, yeah. It is just a small room with a soundproof, and then just 2 cameras. Maybe we have a green screen and so on. It is like a small room, but we have the jadwal, okay, so that our staff will be able to cater our lecturers, and we also encourage the PTJ, the faculty, okay, to have their own recording room. Okay, it is the cost is around 20K for each school. All right, and then if they have an enterprise money, we have few schools, they already built their own recording place. Okay, and then we do give trainings if let's say they need us to train the technical staff. Okay, we do give trainings for them to do the whatever recording and so on. Okay, we do also training of trainers. We do also training on demand. Okay, training on demand meaning that if let's say a faculty need a training for their own faculty staff, it's the academic staff, so they will request to us and then we will send somebody, a trainer. Okay, we in our center we are only two. We have only 2 academic staff. Okay, I am the director and I have my deputy director, and we have only around 10 staff, which we have contract staff, 5 contract staff, and the other 5 is permanent staff. So you know, actually we have only 5 very small center that support everybody in USM. And we also include the staff academic from campus Kubang Krian, whereby if they requested us to go to Kubang Krian, I will take all my staff, you know, the necessary to go to Kubang Krian. And if we are needed in engineering campus, we are going to drive to engineering campus in Nibun Tebal. And we have IPPT as well. IPPT is our Institute Pergigian dan Perubatan Termaju, which is in Bertam. Also we go there. So you know, we are here and there every time. So we don't need you know, a big center, but you know, we can provide everything, you know, as requested. So I think what you can do is you just request, maybe Dr. Aizat and the team will be able to cater. Yeah. Okay, even Dr. Aizat is an instructional designer, so he can conduct training for trainers. Okay, so that you know, everybody will be able to actually train other people. Okay.
Thank you, Prof. That is very impressive. Well done. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
To be honest, Prozida, my team is only me as the deputy director, and there's 2 part-timers. You have 10 staff under you, but for me, we will be strategizing in expanding our team.
But you are only looking at micro-credential, right?
Yeah.
But we are looking for the whole curriculum in USM. We are looking at pembelajaran anjal. We are looking at whatever, you know, ODL and so on. So yeah, that's why we have 10.
Inshallah. Hopefully. I think the last question from Ilyanun. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. Salam, Prof. If I'm not mistaken, early in the session, you mentioned that micro-credential is an online mode, but I want to confirm, can it also be offered as mixed mode, 90% online and 10% face-to-face?
Okay, all right. It is not like that, meaning that maybe you can, all right. It is up to the design, okay. But like for example, HRDF, okay, HRD Corporate Corp, yeah, HRD Corp, they offer face-to-face micro-credential, meaning that a very simple training that they call it micro-credential, all right, and there might be some online component, but mainly it will be face-to-face. It can be done, okay, because some of the companies or corporation, they have different style of offering micro-credentials. Okay, but in USM, currently we are only offering online micro-credential.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Prof. Okay. Any questions from the audience? Any question from the participant? Any last question from anyone at all before I recap the session? Any question going once? Any questions going twice? Maybe there is no more questions from anyone. So let me just recap today's session for whatever we have learned today. So we have a better understanding on what is micro-credential from the session. We also learn about the tactics to engage with the students, and then the sharing on micro-credential development flow. That is one of the most crucial part, how to develop this micro-credential, and then tips to make the micro-credential more interactive. And the key steps to make the micro-credential more effective is that to make sure that they are engaged, and people usually afraid when we talk about interaction and gamification, because they have the mindset interactive must be highly interactive, or gamification must be something like Mobile Legend games or something. No, gamification is something simple. Interactive is also something simple that we need to do in our micro-credentials. And last but not least, I believe we need to remember that when we do this micro-credential, we need to empower our learners and empower our educators to do this micro-credential itself. And last but not least, I would like to thank you everyone for joining this interesting webinar and sharing session by Dr. Zida from USM. And hopefully we can see everyone here in other webinars in the future. So that's all from me. Thank you everyone, and thank you, Doctor, for this session today. All right.
You are most welcome.
Hopefully we can discuss something in the future, Doctor.
Inshallah, but I might not be long in USM
I see.
because I'm going to Mohe.
Oh, okay. Alhamdulillah. Tahniah, Doctor.
Yeah, so yeah, maybe end of this month or end of next month. I'm waiting for the official letter. I already got the letter, but the official lapor diri punya surat lah.
Okay, okay.
So, but yeah, we can still do that. No problem. Okay, thank you, Dr. Aizat.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, semua. Thank you, everyone.